Faster My, good evening and welcome to the Max Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Going to start tonight with a lovely song, Hard Times, and this version is by Hannah Rarity.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sob sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. While we seek mirth and beauty in music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Oh, many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. There's a pale drooping maiden who toils her life away, with a worn heart whose better days are o'er. Though her voice should be merry, 'tis breaking all the day. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a sigh that is wafted across the troubled wave. 'Tis a wail that is heard upon the shore. 'Tis a dirge that is murmured around the lowly grave. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
That song, Hard Times Come Again No More, is not a traditional song. It's an American parlour song written by Stephen Foster, published in 1854. It was released 7 years before the American Civil War and gained great popularity during that conflict as an expression of suffering and hardship, to the point that a satirical version about soldiers' food became widely circulated. Hard tack, come again no more. There's lots of great versions of it out there, and also some pretty terrible versions, I have to say. But that one, by Hannah Rarity, is particularly good. And I'm going to play another song of the same title at the end of the show. Let's have some folk rock tunes now from 1974. This is Horslips with King of the Fairies. So that was Horslips from their album Dancehall Sweethearts. I might have said before that one of the band members, Charles O'Connor, was my friend Phil's cousin, and so we used to listen to Horslips quite a lot when I was in a band with Phil when I was in the sixth form. Many, many years ago, of course. I'm going to play you a track now from the Lost Words Spell Songs. They've got an album out called Gifts of Light, live at the Natural History Museum and Birmingham Symphony Hall. This one is called Thrift, Dig In, and it features Karine Polwart.
Song. Diggin', diggin'. 'cause you're clinging on. Little thread, sing out your song. Digging, 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 digging,
I'm going to return now to the box set Les Cousins, the soundtrack of Soho's legendary folk and blues club. 3 CDs, really worth getting hold of. And the first track I'm going to play for you tonight is Hamish Imlach, the Scottish singer and guitarist, who was a sizable figure, literally and figuratively, and an early influence on and mentor to many artists who emerged from the scene, such as Billy Connolly, John Martin, Sheila MacDonald, Christy Moore and Dick Gaughan. He popularised this song, which is now very commonly heard. Black is the colour.
Well, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some rose so fair. She has the sweetest face. She has the gentlest hand. And I love the ground whereon she stands. I love my love, and well she knows. I love the ground whereon she goes, and how I wish that day would come when she and I should be as one. Well, I go to the Clyde and I mourn and weep, for satisfied I never can be. Well, I write her a letter, just a few short lines, and I suffer death 1,000 times. Yes, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some rose so fair. She has the sweetest face. She has the gentlest hand. And I love the ground whereon she stands.
Music happening around the Isle of Man this week. Well, there'll be the normal session at O'Donnell's on Wednesday night. There'll be the session at the Mitre on Friday night. There'll be the Folk Club at the Buffs Club in Ramsey on Thursday evening. And there will be a Sunday afternoon session. But I'm recording this a day or two early and I haven't got the email yet saying where that is. So check your social media for that one. And also on Saturday night, the 10th of February, at the Centenary Centre is the wonderful Nfali Kuate. He's a kora player and he's a key member of bands such as Afro-Celt Sound System. I've seen him a few times, both in Afro-Celt Sound System and solo. In fact, I saw him last summer with his solo band, so I should think this will be a very similar gig. Unfortunately, I can't go, but you should be going. I'm not sure there's many tickets left. To give you a taste of what it's like, this is his new single called Premier Pas.
Quand tu parles de moi, tu parles de la souffrance et de l'horreur. Quand tu parles de moi, tes images me reviennent pleines de couleurs. Oh oui, toi tu crois qu'il a fallu que tu viennes sauver ma terre, mais tu l'as prise pour en faire la tienne. Ce qui t'apaise, t'apaise, c'est mon destin dans tes bras. Ce qui me pèse, ne valent pas mieux que toi. Maintenant je m'en vais pour vivre loin de ça. C'est sur ma terre que je fais mes premiers pas. Ouloufarimba, para, nata bikinge, nata bikingsa. Ouloufarimba, para, nata bikinge, nata bikingsa. Ouloufarimba, kaibila, ouloufarimba, nata biking. Ouloufarimba, kaibila, ouloufarimba, nata biking. Ouloufarimba, kaibila, ouloufarimba, nata biking. Ouloufarimba, kaibila, ouloufarimba. Ce qui t'apaise, c'est mon destin dans tes bras. Ce qui me pèse, ne valent pas mieux que toi. Maintenant je m'en vais pour vivre loin de ça. C'est sur ma terre que je fais mes premiers pas. Ouloufarimba, para, nata bikinge, nata bikingsa. Ouloufarimba, para, nata bikinge, nata bikingsa. Ouloufarimba, para, nata bikinge, nata bikingsa. Ouloufarimba, para, nata bikinge, nata bikingsa.
Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, and your doctrines I must blame. And ye shall hear, your doctrines I must blame. You shall hear what's right and what is wrong by the law, by the law. What's right and what is wrong by the law. What's right and what is wrong, a short sword and a long, a weak arm and a strong, far to draw, a weak arm and a strong, far to draw. What makes heroic strife famed afar, famed afar? What makes heroic strife famed afar? What makes heroic strife to whet the assassin's knife or haunt a parent's life? We bloody war, or haunt a parent's life. We bloody war. Then let your schemes alone. In the state, I let your schemes alone. In the state, I'll leave your schemes alone. Adore the rising sun and leave a man alone to his fate, to his fate. I leave a man alone to his fate. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your faults I will proclaim, and your doctrines I must blame. And you shall hear, your doctrines I must blame, you shall hear.
That was the wonderful Eddie Reader with Ye Jacobites by Name, which of course is a song by Robert Burns. It's from her album The Songs of Robert Burns. And yes, I should have played that a couple of weeks ago, closer to Burns Night, but I heard this next track, Warmongers by Name, by the reggae band Breena. It comes from an album called Jamaica Sings Robert Burns, which seems a little unlikely at first, but the inspiration came from the story that Burns was so desperate for funds that he planned to emigrate to Jamaica. What would his songs have sounded like?
Scotland to Jamaica, and Jamaica to Scotland. Sullivan, Papa no Balumbe. We got something to tell you. Hey, I call him first. Tribal Cobra, Breena. Here we go.
Warmongers by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Warmongers by name, lend an ear. Warmongers by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I must blame. You will hear, your doctrines I must blame. You will hear what's right from what is wrong by the law, by the law. What's right from what is wrong by the law. What's right from what is wrong? A short sword and a long, a weak arm and a strong. For to draw, a weak arm and a strong. For to draw. What makes heroic strife? Fame the far, fame the far. What makes heroic strife? Fame the far. What makes heroic strife? To wear the assassin's knife. Our haunt appearance like bloody war, bloody war. Our haunt appearance like bloody war. Well, let your schemes alone in the state, in the state. Well, let your schemes alone in the state. I let your schemes alone. Adore the rising sun and leave a man undone to his fate, to his fate. I leave a man undone to his fate.
I'm on the line. Put it up, put up the gun.
Ye dogs of war by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye dogs of war by name, lend an ear, yeah, yeah. Warmongers by name, your faults I will proclaim, your doctrines I must claim. You will hear, your doctrines bring a blame. You will hear, yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was Brina, with Ross Ainsley on pipes, I think. Ross Ainsley, of course, released a fantastic album last year with Tim Eadie. Don't forget, Tim Eadie is playing at the Institute on the 23rd of February. Tickets are available still, but they're going quite fast. I'll play something by that duo next week. Here's another duo, Sykes Martin. That's Miranda Sykes, double bass player with, amongst other bands, Show of Hands, and Hannah Martin, who is half of the fantastic duo Edgelarks, along with, I'm pleased to be able to say, my slide guitar teacher, Philip Henry. They are both also members of the Gig Spanner Big Band. Miranda and Hannah released an album a couple of years ago called Unquenching Fire, and they're on tour this spring. Most of the gigs are down in the West Country, where they both live, but there's a couple up north. There's Chester on the 24th of February and Sheffield on the 29th of February. So if you happen to be over on the adjacent island, do go and see them. From that album, this is Forsaken Maiden.
Set my sail, steer for the sun. A maiden sat weeping down by the seashore. What ails my pretty Sally? What ails my pretty Sally, and makes her heart sore? Because I am weary, weary in my mind. No comfort and no pleasure, no comfort and no pleasure, henceforth will I find. I'll set my sail of silver, loose my rope of silk. My mast is up the cypress tree, my mast is up the cypress tree. My track is as milk. I'll set my sail of silver, steer toward the sun, and you false love will weep for me. You false love will weep for me when I'm gone. Weep for me when I'm gone.
That was The Train by Elizabeth Davison Blythe and Daniel Quayle from their album The Coast Road, which they came into this show to tell us about a couple of years ago. They were playing up at Celtic Connections the other week, and I see from their Facebook pages that they're playing at the Australian Celtic Festival. That's very exciting, in May this year, and apparently it's the year of Ireland and the Isle of Man. It's at Australian Standing Stones, Glen Innes, New South Wales. What other Manx musicians are going to this? I'd be very interested to hear. I'll look into it. I'm going to play one more track now from the box set Les Cousins, The Sound of Soho's legendary folk and blues club, and this is Dave Evans with Grey Lady Morning. He's somebody I'd not really heard of, but in Ian A. Anderson's notes it says Evans spent 5 years travelling the world in the Merchant Navy before attending Loughborough Art College, where he ran the local folk club. Then he lived on a houseboat and ran a pottery for 3 years before being called to Bristol to play on Steve Tilston's debut LP. With tunings and chord sounds that nobody had produced before, an agile and bouncy picking style, a self-made guitar that rang like a bell, a nicely lived-in vocal style and songs that told down-to-earth stories, his own 1971 debut was a classic, head and shoulders above many other now cult artifacts from that era. See what you think.
So softly you don't wake anyone. Come lady morning, don't let on how the day begun. Keep the midday sun for midday, let him keep his midday people too. I don't care too much for midday, I just like to lie in the air with you. Come now, sleep now, Lady Grey. Hey, Lady Morning, purring, turning, turn your eyes again a while. Hey, Lady Morning, stirring, yawning, close your eyes again and smile. Lay safely silky on my pillow, shelter for a little from the wind. Hold my sleepy morning glory, let the day go chasing far behind. Sleep now, Lady Grey. Bring us gently to the moment when the sky reveals another living day. Go softly not to wake the bitter memories of bitter yesterday. Come now, sleep now, Lady Grey. Come, Lady Morning, come in so softly you don't wake anyone. Come, Lady Morning, don't let on how the day begun. Keep the midday sun for midday, let him keep his midday people too. I don't care too much for midday. I just like to lie in here with you. Come now, sleep now, Lady Grey. Come now, sleep now, Lady Grey.
I'll sing for you this harvest song, it's when the moon does shine. Come join with me, take chorus and let's sing it one last time. But now the corn is gathered in and we have brought it home. We've come here to dance and sing until the morning calls. On many's the night we've finished a barrel and many's the night we've seen. There's so many days we have gathered and so many more to see. So fiddlers, screw your fiddles up and see that they're in tune. And won't you play a salmon tale till it rings across the room? There's bread and cheese and ale and wine to have between the dances. Take your fling times on the wing and soon life's evening passes. On many's the night we've finished a barrel and many's the night we've seen. There's so many days we have gathered and so many more to see. Dance and spin, we're first upon the floor. And when the tune is done, we'll all call for just one more. The corn, it's safe from wind and rain, it's in the stackyards dry. Nature's blast may rage in vain, but soon she will pass by. On many's the night we've finished a barrel, and many's the night we've seen. There's so many days we have gathered, and so many more to see. And now the harvest is complete, it's been brought home at last. To one and all I wish good health, it's in your flowing glass. And here's to this good fellowship, I bid you all good cheer. Come one, come all, you heroes brave, and boldly sup your beer. On many's the night we've finished a barrel, and many's the night we've seen. There's so many days we have gathered, and so many more to see.
That's a track from Jack Rutter's new album, This Is Something Constant. The Yorkshire bouzouki player, guitarist and singer is joined by Mike McGoldrick and Patsy Reed on that album. Very fine playing indeed. That track is called Many's the Night, The Harvest Home. Now, Anna Massey is a fantastic guitar player, a fiddle player, a mandolin player, a raconteur, the presenter of Travelling Folk on BBC Radio Scotland, but I probably shouldn't mention that here. You may well have seen her at the Erin Arts Centre last year, playing with Rant. She's got a new solo album coming out soon. It's available on Bandcamp for pre-order, and there's 2 tracks that are available. And I'm going to play you both of those because they're very different. The first one is a song called Thanks for Writing, and then we've got some tunes called Dinner Medals. Anna Massey.
Be my pen pal, write to me. We'll both get something from the postie, much better than a bill. Thanks for writing, I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. Thanks for writing. First name, surname, number, road, village, region, postcode, don't forget a stamp. Thanks for writing. I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. Thanks for writing. A postcard's how I choose to say I miss your face. By the way, you owe me a pint. Thanks for writing. I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. Thanks for writing. One of the things I like the most is getting letters in the post. To the people of whom I'm most fond, I reply on Basil Dunbond. Here, that's fancy paper with a watermark. Nice touch. Thanks for writing. I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. Thanks for writing. I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. You're not alone. Thanks for writing. I got your note, the one you wrote to say hello. You're not alone, even though you're stuck at home. Thanks for writing.
Well, those two new tracks from Anna Massey are excellent. I do look forward to getting my copy of the album when it's released. I said I'd finish tonight's show with another song called Hard Times. Tony Hewson was telling me about how much he enjoyed Gnoss, Gnoss, at Celtic Connections this year, and this is from their album Stretching Skyward that was released last year. This is a lovely version of the Gillian Welsh song of that title. I'll see you next week.
There was a Camptown man, he used to plow and sing, and he loved that mule, and the mule loved him. When the day gets long, as it does around now, I hear him singing to his mule cow, singing, come on my sweet old girl, and I'll bet the whole damn world that we're gonna make it yet to the end of the road. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind no more. He said it's a mean old world, heavy in need. That big machine is just picking up speed. We were supping on tears, we were supping on wine. We all get to heaven in our own sweet time. So come on, ye Asheville boys, turn up your old time noise, and kick till the dust comes up through the cracks in the floor. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind no more. But the Camptown man, he doesn't plow no more. I've seen him walking down to the cigarette store. I guess he lost that knack, or he forgot that song. Woke up one morning and the mule was gone. So come on, you ragtime kings, come on, you dogs, and sing. We're gonna make it yet to the end of the road. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule my mind. Singing hard times ain't gonna rule